Hey everyone, thanks for clicking. This is Rocky and I want to talk a little bit about the trailer released for the Suicide Squad movie. Alright, so this is going to definitely be an interesting movie for a couple of reasons in my mind. Number one, it is a movie about villains being forced to do something good and how they kind of react to this situation. Number two, it's a series that is known for killing off characters. It's each member of Task Force X, also known as the Suicide Squad, typically has some type of explosive implant or explosive collar that can be set off at any time by Amanda Waller. Now, I don't think we've received confirmation of the explosive implants being used in the movie, but I really see no reason why they shouldn't use them. So, since we have such a large ensemble cast, and this is a Suicide Squad movie, like I said, the comic series is known for killing off characters. So I'm fully expecting within probably the first 30 minutes for at least 2 to 3 characters to be killed, or at least seem like they're killed. So definitely keep a lookout for that. Overall, this was a pretty light trailer as we don't really get any idea of the plot as it focuses more on the characters themselves, which makes sense considering when the trailer was shown at Comic-Con, I think the cast had only been shooting for about 4 weeks or so. I do like the tone they are setting up, and Viola Davis looks great as Amanda Waller. Something funny I noticed is that the man asking about the squad having powers, he looked like Ted Whittall, who actually played a member of the squad, Rick Flag, in season 10 of Smallville. I haven't been able to confirm this through like IMDb or anything, but I really hope it's true because I would just like the idea of someone that was in Smallville being in the Suicide Squad movie. So I'm thinking maybe he's Rick Flag Sr. and the member of the team is actually going to be Rick Flag Jr. I don't know, it's just kind of one of those Easter egg type things that I saw in the trailer. Now, while the squad is made up of quite a few people, the trailer seems to focus on Harley Quinn, Deadshot, and Enchantress. This could just be due to those characters having more scenes shot at this time, or possibly they are more important to the plot than the others. First impression of Margot Robbie as Harley is wow, she really looks the part. For the few lines we hear, her voice did not really seem like the classic Harley, which is fine as we only got to hear a small sampling of her lines. Now we do see that Harley is very much crazy, and for the most of the movie I think we will be seeing the post-Joker Harley, meaning that Harley was more than likely screwed over by Joker, which resulted in her being in prison. I'm pretty sure that the scenes with her in Joker's car, with Batman on top, are going to be flashback. At this point, the character seems to exude sexy and crazy, which is just the right mix for Harley Quinn. Enchantress is an interesting character. She has both been a hero and villain in the comics. June Moore came upon an ancient magical being that empowered her, which allowed her to change into Enchantress. Now we see some shots of Enchantress in what appears to be a cave, as well as possibly a graveyard. These are probably shots of her past and how she gained her abilities. I hope that they keep her powers as magic, as this will allow DC to introduce magic to their cinematic universe, and they have a very rich roster of magic users to draw on for future movies. Now, at one point in the comics, it was discovered that the Enchantress persona was actually a completely different entity that had basically latched onto June. So I'm thinking she's going to be presented as a more sympathetic character in the movie. You know, someone for us to kind of root for us. As the scenes we show from the past, she looks very sad and kind of confused, and then when we see the shots of her as Enchantress, she has a very stern look on her face. So we may be looking at that kind of dual personality. But I definitely think as of right now with what we've seen, she's going to be the more sympathetic character. Okay, so let's talk about Deadshot. I really want this character to work. Will Smith has his work cut out for him though, as Michael Rowe, who portrayed Deadshot on Arrow, put up some great performances. While being a very professional assassin, he does have some serious issues in the head, including a massive death wish. He throws himself boldly into every mission, hoping to go out in a blaze of glory. I'm not sure if this is the route they are going with the movie, as it seems he might be on more of a redemption arc, as we can see him with his daughter. Now in the comics, Deadshot definitely had a strained relationship with his daughter, so in this it looks like they have a more personable relationship, so that's going to be kind of a little bit different. So again, he might be presented as more of a sympathetic character as well as he's trying to redeem himself in the eyes of his daughter, or something like that. This will definitely be a role where Smith can go very dark, and I hope he takes advantage of it, as that's the thing I'm not sure on. We've seen glimpses of darkness in his characters in other movies, but not to the extent of a character like Deadshot. So I really want to see him grab a hold of this role, dig in, and really show what he can put on screen. Okay, should we talk about Joker? Sure, why not? So the majority of the Joker moments in the trailer involve the torturing and breaking of Harley Quinn's. It's possible he might be one of the Suicide Squad targets in this movie, but we just don't get enough context in the trailer to come to that conclusion. So maybe we'll see Harley versus Joker, which I think would be amazing to see. Now, I still am not sure about the look of this Joker, but I'm really looking forward to seeing Jared Leto's take on the character. I thought the lines we heard were delivered well and loved the tone of his voice. Now, there are some theories floating around that this will actually be Jason Todd as the Joker. Now, while this would be very cool, I doubt they're going to go this route, as they're going to want to keep these characters in this movie very approachable to a mass audience. For those that do not know, Jason Todd took on the role of Robin after Dick Grayson moved on. He was later betrayed by his mother and beat to death by Joker. We definitely got some strong hints at Death in the Family and Red Hood in the Batman v Superman trailer, so this to me makes it highly likely that Jared Leto will be playing the actual Joker, but at this point, who knows? Everything's a guess right now, because again, we just did not get a whole lot of context with this trailer. Now, while I am glad we got to see a trailer this early, I would have preferred if they had held off a bit and maybe gave us a trailer with a bit more, especially in regards to the potential plot. I think originally the intent was definitely for this to just be an exclusive Comic-Con trailer, as they really wanted to pump up the crowd and the audience, and the true fans was showing all these characters. They didn't have a whole lot else filmed, so yeah, I think originally they just wanted this strictly for Comic-Con. They didn't want it for mass consumption. But as we are in the digital age, things get leaked and studios have to weigh their decisions, and in this case they went ahead and released the high-def trailer. So this isn't a traditional trailer, but it was definitely nice to see all these characters on screen and kind of get an idea of the tone and everything that they're setting up with this Suicide Squad movie. The rest of the team looks great, and in particular Killer Croc looks so much better than the first promo image released. I am so glad they went with a practical effects base for Killer Croc, and then they're using CG to enhance it on the final cut. Mostly because I love seeing practical effects, as sadly movies seem to be using less and less these days. In my mind, the hardest part of this movie is going to be making these characters approachable and sympathetic to the audience, as at the end of the day, these are villains that have probably killed innocent people, or at the very least severely damaged and harmed some people and property. Still, I have to say it is such an amazing time to be a comic book fan or a fan of comic book movies, as we are getting so many that I never thought would be made. I mean, who would have thought a Suicide Squad movie? It wasn't in my mind. So I'm definitely glad DC's going this route. I love the tone we've seen so far. I just need to see a little bit more and get a bit more idea on the plot itself. How involved is Joker going to be in the movie? Is he just going to be purely for flashbacks to set up Harley Quinn and the future Batman standalone movie? Or is he going to be a target of the Suicide Squad? Or are we actually going to see maybe a Joker and Harley Quinn throwdown fight? Those are the things I kind of just want a little bit more information on. But yeah, overall I thought this was a pretty good trailer. The characters look great, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the Suicide Squad movie. Alright guys, those are my thoughts on the Suicide Squad trailer. Go and let me know down below who your favorite Suicide Squad member is, or if you have any questions on the trailer, go and put those down below as well. If you've enjoyed the video, I'd ask you to go ahead and pound that like button, and definitely subscribe to my channel. That way you can receive an alert when I post my next video. I tend to focus on comic book movies and television shows. To subscribe to my channel, if you're on your computer, go and click the subscribe annotation on the screen, or if you're on your mobile device, go ahead and click the subscribe button down in the description, as well as I will provide a direct link for subscribing down in the description below as well. If you have gone ahead and subscribed already, thank you very much. I hope you've been enjoying the reviews and top moments. With all that being said, everyone take care out there. I'll talk to you soon. Alright now, bye.